Birmingham has been home to the All England Open for more than 30 years. It's a fabulous venue, befitting arguably the greatest tournament of them all. This is edition number 115, and only 2 days in, we've already had some serious drama. Welcome inside the Utility Arena. Seats 16,000. We've had some great crowds actually on the first couple of days, and they're only going to get bigger as we head towards the weekend. Been home here since 1994, the Utility Arena, to the All England. Our thanks to one of our umpires. It's Christian Headland bringing on the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals trophy. He will get to the plinth, honestly. I promise you he will. That event is in Hangzhou, China, just a couple of weeks before Christmas. Nothing wrong with being deliberate. We'll have that tournament live for you, of course. Here's our lineup today, beginning with an intriguing women's doubles. Fukushima and Matsumoto, both ex-world number ones with different partners. They're up against Kusuma and Pratiwi of Indonesia. That's followed by a women's singles featuring world number 11, Pratiwi, against the 2020 Olympic gold medalist Chen Yufei, of course, who's only recently come back to competition. The current Olympic champion, An Se-young, is next. 3 titles already this year, and she's won all 6 previous meetings against the Scot, Kirsty Gilmore. More home interest in our 4th match, husband and wife pair, Gregory and Jenny Mayers, taking on the Thai partnership of Uptong and Sujai Praparat. That's in the mixed, of course. And then a mouth-watering men's singles between the prodigious talent of 20-year-old Alex Lanier and Olympic silver medalist Kunlavat Viditsan of Thailand. That should be great. 5 more matches after that. Jill Clark and Steen Pedersen will be bringing you these. And after Victor Axelson's defeat last night, a lot of pressure on Anders Antonsen, the number 2 seed in the men's, to keep the Danish flag flying. There's more home interest. Ben Lane and Sean Vendy in the men's doubles. They had a good win in the last round. And Nishimoto against Lin Chunyi should be pretty tasty as well. Massive prize money on offer this week. $1.5 million US there or thereabouts. Here's the women's doubles draw. This is the top half. We're concentrating on the bottom match. Yeah, talking about the prize money, in the doubles, Sunday's doubles winners will take away nearly $108,000 US. But the countdown's on for today, as you can see.
This is the YONEX All England Open Badminton Championships 2025. Please welcome the players onto the Minoru Yoneyama courts in the women's doubles. It's the number 6 seeds from Japan, Yuki Fukushima and Mayo Matsumoto. And their opponents from Indonesia, Febriana Dwipyuji Kusuma and Amalia Cahaya Pratiwi.
So the pairs are on their way to our show court here. Don't forget, we do also have coverage of court 2 for you today.
And please welcome the players onto the 1-2 bet court in the men's
My name's Trevor Harris, alongside me. Great to have Olympic medalist Chris Laggage. Chris, I mentioned in my introduction these 2 women, former world number ones with other partners, but I don't know how much we should read into the fact they pulled out of the match last week in Orléans.
Yes, I mean, it's so hard to know in regards to, was it to be safe and maybe protect something that they had an issue-wise to try and be as fit as possible for this tournament. Did watch their first round, didn't look anything obvious, but you never really know. It could just be felt unwell, it could be anything. I mean, fingers crossed they're all good, and we have a really exciting game today.
Not met before, obviously, because Fukushima Matsumoto's a new pairing.
Hi. Amalia, red or black? Red, you're having black. It's black. Receive? Receive. Mine to receive. Surface. Okay, and on my... Okay.
Time just gone 10 o'clock here in Birmingham. And let's give you some information about this quartet we're about to watch. Japanese pair will start favourites, no question. Yuki Fukushima, who's 31 now. They are obviously by far the more experienced of the two pairs. Ignore that 24 ranking. The number below it is more appropriate. And she was ranked 1 with Toyota Hirota. Back in 2018, that was the first time. 3 World Championship silvers she won with Hirota. And her partner is now Mayu Matsumoto, 29-year-old. She was ranked number 1 with Wakana Nagahara, so you can see there. Won a couple of World Championship gold medals as well with her. And 5 World Tour titles, including this one, the All England in 2021. But their opponents are inside the world's top 10. Kusuma and Pratiwi. World rank number 8 currently. So we just look at Fukushima and Matsumoto's first round result, which was a pretty straightforward straight game victory against the Chinese Thai pair of Hu and Jung. So Kusuma and Pratiwi. Kusuma's 24, just a year older than her partner. Actually won a World Junior Championship silver medal, these two, back in 2019. And they landed their first World Tour titles last year. One was in Australia, one in Chinese Taipei. And they've been together for a long time, 7 years there or thereabouts. Actually won their first title at a junior event in Jakarta 6 years ago. So I don't think this is going to be straightforward for Fukushima and Matsumoto. Just took 29 minutes for them to dispatch their first round opponents. Thai pair, Kanlaha and Moon Wong. That's Dominic Cadera from England, who's our umpire for this opening match on day 3. And Matthias Vrobel of Poland is the service judge. Massive day of action on court 1 today. 2 Olympic champions up next. Chen Yufei match 2, and Se-Young match 3. A fantastic looking men's singles to come, Lanier against Viditsar. But our focus, first of all, is on women's doubles. This round of 16. Big prize money. Winners of this guaranteed 9,000 US for making the quarterfinals. They, of course, are tomorrow. Semis on Saturday, finals on Sunday. Let's just pause for the umpire-player introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Yuki Fukushima and Mayu Matsumoto, Japan.
Got a fan club here too.
And on my left, Febriana Dipui Kusuma and Amalia Kahaya Pratiwi, Indonesia. Febriana Dipui Kusuma to serve to Mayu Matsumoto. Love all. Play.
So here we go. First shuttle hit in anger on day 3, these championships.
Service over.
The Japanese have already made it clear the style they're going to use, which is the traditional Japanese style. Big court, slow the game down, not really going to take any risks. Not going to be too creative, but they're going to be very solid. This is a big weapon that they have. Matsumoto's overhead angle and power.
Just got too much on that.
Service
Fukushima.
over. 2.
Yeah, and before that, Fukushima played such a nice stop drop to kind of set the rally up. Just miss-hit that overhead. Sharp at the net there. Fukushima.
Service over.
Just clarifying if anyone's a bit confused how the Japanese being ranked down at 24 in the world can be the 6th seeds when their opponents are ranked 8 in the world and not seeded, just because they're a new partnership, so it takes an average in very simple terms of how many tournaments they've played. There's another pair from Korea, Kim and Kong, who are in a similar situation as well. The Indonesians are not actually seeded here. That's the big power I was talking about and the exceptional angle.
4-2.
Yeah, absolutely nailed by Matsumoto.
This is the thing, it is a slightly short lift, but the placement and the power is pretty much impossible to get that back.
It's amazing how effective that tactic is in doubles. We see it all the time, straight down the middle between the two opponents.
And that's the big thing about it, when it's in between, when it's away from a player. If you hit inside anyone's kind of hip area, as in a comfort zone, it's comfortable to get it back. As soon as you go outside, that is so much harder. When there's that indecision, as in between two players, it's even tougher. Brilliant. Great follow-up. There's Matsumoto, did all the damage. Sharp at the net.
6-2.
This has been lightning speed.
Yeah, I mentioned it was only just past 10 in the morning, but they've come out of the traps really quickly here. Two Japanese. Very strong start.
Yeah, and I would say, we talk about the conditions as well, with how it suits a pair. For me, the Indonesians are a lot more creative. They would want a driftier hull. They would want a hull that's a little bit trickier to play in, so you can't just play a simplistic game. Japanese, though, will like the conditions here, and this is why they've come out, and what a start they've had. Brilliant.
Well, the error in the end, but it just feels like the Indonesian pair are kind of hanging on for grim death in every point at the moment, every rally.
And this is the big thing. I think you could see how the Japanese are moving the shuttle around. It's so comfortable for them because it's their, it's their natural style of play to move the shuttle around so well. Just make the back player move, move again, move again, move again to get them off balance. Good serve. And it's so important. Obviously, they had that big lead at the beginning, the Japanese. Now the Indonesians just pulling it back, but also giving themselves belief they can get through. Because the question I wasn't sure of is, do they have enough firepower? Can they get through the really solid defense of the Japanese?
Pratiwi challenges called out.
So an early challenge from the Indonesian pair. It's a pretty decisive call from the line judge. Might be a bit surprising if this gets overturned. yeah, a long way beyond the back line.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. Eight, 4, play.
That might be a collector's item. I don't think we're going to see
5,
Matsumoto miss
8.
too many of them.
Yeah, and I think she just got her footwork slightly wrong, didn't quite move in and was just leaning. But before that, Matsumoto was playing all the right shots. She had control of that rally.
Six, 8.
Incredible athleticism there. Fukushima.
Service over.
She stands so far back on the turn of serve.
6.
She can still attack it and then hit so explosive. Good cover. Great defense from both Indonesians there.
Service over. 7, 9.
I think it was as well. Pratiwi did so well to cover her partner because there was a slight swing and a miss early on in that rally. And again.
Service
And
over.
it's tough being the net player because you know you want to try and intercept,
7.
you want to help your partner. Sometimes though you go for a shot that isn't quite yours and it causes a mix-up.
Which is such an imposing presence. Matsumoto, well, either of them actually. It's long, and it's a 4-point advantage for the Japanese pair. 11-7 at the mid-game break.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Place back in court. 11-7. Play.
Again, brilliant from the Japanese, and I do feel this is quite a big challenge now for the Indonesians. There's no doubt about it. They're a great pair, very creative, very skillful, but Japanese, the level they're playing at, I would say they're definitely a pair that can challenge for the title here.
That was a nice piece of judgment. Spotting that serve is going to go short.
Service over. 13-8.
this is the thing when you start to question how to win a point, you try and play better and better shots, and on that return, almost trying to play the perfect return and just catching it slightly wrong and gifting point to the Japanese.
Service over. 9-14.
Interception.
10-14.
Brilliant from Kusuma at the net.
Yeah, and interestingly, in the middle of that rally, there was just a little bit of a miscommunication between the two Japanese.
That's brilliant. Just into the gap there.
Service over.
You could see the Indonesians were kind of rotating. One player moving back, one player moving in. Kusuma was moving in. You can see her coming in there, so obviously our partner's got to retract. And that's a really clever play from Matsumoto. I think that there is one area that I would say the Indonesians are slightly superior, and it's around the net. But the thing is, Japanese aren't giving them anything around the net. They're playing a very simplistic game. They're just moving them, using pace, basically using from the mid-court to the rear court. So the Indonesians can't use their skill aspect at the net. Brilliant, fantastic stop off. You know, I've said it before, but they are looking very, very good so far, the Japanese, solid in defence, and when they get on the attack, looking so dangerous.
And in addition to the technical skills that we've known they've both had for many, many years, the new partnership seems to be gelling very quickly in terms of the chemistry between the two of them.
Yeah, definitely. They've had a great start to their partnership. And the big one was obviously winning the Malaysian Open so early on in the partnership, which is amazing. Wow, that's a good return. Good attack from Indonesians working the rally. This is the thing, they are going to have to play long rallies if they are going to get through eventually or force their opponents into a mistake. Absolutely, yeah, fantastic smash. Because if she catches that wrong, she opens up the whole partnership. And they would have just been able to punch it down the line and put the Japanese in trouble. But this is played to absolute perfection. You can see there, can't even get a racket on it.
just under unrelenting pressure, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, that was just exceptional all round. First of all, Fukushima, because she does so well. She opens the court up. The Indonesians are just in big, big trouble. Brilliant stop drop, in even more trouble. And then, not an easy kill, but a good put away in the end. But yeah, Fukushima there was, yeah, as good as it gets.
Straight down the middle.
Yeah, it's the placement, you know, it's right in between the two players. And because the lift's central, it's hard to know whose it is. The cross-court player always covers the middle bit. In that situation, there's no cross-court player.
So 8 game points here then for the number 6 seeds. Just needed the one, and that was very, very convincing and hugely impressive from Fukushima and Matsumoto. 21-12. They take the opening game, and it only took them 16 minutes.
Total 的今1ゲーム終わったら内容的パターン的には悪くないから最後の締めもっと確立するようにねこれは頭の中に。集中して。
Second game. Level. Play.
So Fukushima to get game 2 underway.
It's the last thing you want when obviously the game's quite difficult. Your opponents just get that little bit of luck. And I have to say, this is a big, big challenge now because I don't think the pair from Indonesia did a lot wrong in the first game. They didn't play to a bad level. It was just quite exceptional from these 2 experienced players from Japan.
So often happens though, doesn't it? When you're behind the 8 ball, you don't get the breaks.
They go over? No, it didn't. Thought it did. I was going to say fantastic shot. I think I'm slightly overexcited then. It's the right idea though, and it shows the the idea and the skill level that they have. Just couldn't quite execute it. Just too good at the moment. They're just every shot is the right shot. The quality of shot is good. Putting their opponents in almost trouble on everything. Indonesians always slightly stretched. Bit of a masterclass, to be honest, at the moment. And that's the tough thing, the one time where maybe it is slightly the wrong shot, and the Indonesians could capitalise on it, and just forcing it, just missing. Yeah, this is one of the complicated parts of sport now, because in the first game I don't think the Indonesians made that many unforced errors. They didn't do a lot wrong. It was, you know, it just was purely the level of the Japanese, whereas now unfortunately the level is dipping just slightly, but I think it's because they don't know what to do. They're asking themselves so many questions and they don't really know the answer.
Well, they're on the board at least now.
Service over.
That's the other thing. I mean, you glance up at the scoreboard and it says 21-12, 5-1. And you're thinking on the end of a bit of a hammering here. 100%. As you say, you don't know how to turn things around.
Great serve. And that was one of the biggest things that I personally tried to change, which was forget the score, because it's one of those weird things. The more you think about a score, the worse it is. You know, even if you're winning or losing, because if you're losing, obviously it's worse. But you're overthinking something you cannot change at that exact moment. You can only change it with the next rally. So it's much better to be focused on the next rally and the tactics needed to change that score. Good attack, good angle.
3-5.
Well, showing some spirit here, Kusuma and Pratiwi.
I would say it's maybe one area where the Indonesians could be superior, is just taking the pace out, as in on the overhead, working the rally with a bit more variation. It's so tough.
They say it levels out, don't they? But I'm not sure that's true, is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, I think we've had 3 net cords already in this first game, and they've all gone in favour of the Japanese, which is, you know, the last thing. You can't get that back. It's impossible. But maybe it will level itself out. Maybe the Indonesians will get 3 back in their favour.
I think it might even itself out over a career, not necessarily over the course of one match.
This where it's tough, because it's so hard for the Indonesians to keep the attack, which they kind of need to do, but they can't really get through, so they have to work the rally. But as soon as they lift, the attack from the Japanese is pretty impressive. It's difficult to know realistically what the Indonesians can do to trouble the Japanese.
Yes, they've just got to hang in there, hope that the Japanese pace level dips a little bit, and also just keep believing, because if you don't believe, you may as well not be on the court.
Yeah, the big thing is you've got to make life as difficult as possible for your opponent, and that's what the Indonesians have to do. They have to try and sort of ride the wave, as it were, and stick with it, and, you know, trust in themselves. They're 2 really, really good players. And this is it now. We're seeing just 1 or 2. And it's just got to give them the belief. You can't get to, you know, 8 in the world unless you are very good, and we know they are. And another, now it's got to give them that belief. They can compete.
7.
So from 5 love down, they've won 6 of the last 8 points.
Such a dangerous attack, because it's not just power, it's everything. It's steep, good power, well placed. So difficult to do anything with it.
Service over. 7-8.
Yeah, fantastic net shot. Another one, and here we go. This is, you know, I'd almost say amount of unforced errors from the Japanese in the first game, maybe 1, whereas already halfway through this, maybe 4 or more. So careful of, and I do believe, for me, when it comes to defence, Fukushima, I do believe her defence to be more solid, and going cross-court on that one when you're slightly off balance to the best defender on the court is a big, big risk for the Indonesians. Open the partnership up.
Fantastic play. Yeah, and the cutout around the head.
10.
From this lady, Matsumoto. Don't know how she managed to cut it out. She's a tall player here, but that one just, and the shot quality is brilliant. Full commitment to that kill. Brilliant. Fantastic from the Indonesians.
9-10.
Yeah, that was the case of the bites a bit, wasn't it? Because they've been on the end of any number of those kind of shots from Fukushima and Matsumoto.
You could just see there how deep Fukushima's defence is. Both of the Japanese do defend pretty deep by taking the pace of, obviously, making them move as much as possible. Yeah, it's gone out as well. This is the big thing, you know, the tougher you make life for your opponents, see the greater the chance of these unforced errors, and I'd say maybe we're up to 5 in this second game. The Indonesian just put the Japanese under a little bit more pressure, got an extra shot back, kept the attack for a bit longer. That's massive.
Service over.
That's big power.
So a lead, but the narrowest one possible at the mid-game break for the Japanese pair. Well, at the conclusion of this match, it'll be women's singles. Putri Wardani in your shot there. This is the warm-up court. And she is taking on Chen Yufei. Should be fascinating. There's Chen Yufei, who's only recently, of course, come back to competing at the top level. Former Olympic champion. A few unanswered questions. She did get to the final at Orléans in France last weekend. This is a level up, though, the Super 1000 tournament. They're up right after the conclusion of our women's doubles.
Yuki. 11-10. Play. 12-10. Service over, 11-14.
Fantastic defense from the Japanese pair. How did they keep this point alive?
Yeah, great rally from all four players. Some of the defense on display from the Japanese was so good. Yeah, she's in all sorts of trouble, steps in well. Great serve to start the rally off with. And again, hitting down the middle, just that indecision. Both of the Japanese players going for it.
So for the second time in this game, the fight back appears to be on for the Indonesians.
Again, another good serve.
Now then, have they got the conviction to go on from here, having got themselves level now? Remember, at one stage in this second game, they were 5-love down, then they were 14-10 down.
Service over, 15-14.
This was so tough for the Indonesians because they wanted to inject pace in the mid-court. Fukushima was just superior and so fast on the last shot. Great return.
Well, suddenly it's become really competitive again.
Yep. Yeah, they've done incredible. The Indonesians truly incredible to turn this kind of around from the first game. making life so much harder for their opponents, working the rallies, having the belief that they can get through and they will get through. Seen it a number of times now.
Service over, 16-15.
Brilliant stop drop. This is it now. This is it. They've got the belief now they're getting through. Even the confidence to play that stop drop. First shot, first overhead shot of the rally. I've got to say, the Indonesians, they've done so well to kind of pull the Japanese back. Absolutely brilliant. Great serve, and then read it so well.
17-16.
Really good tight serve, and then jumps out to Fukushima. Absolutely no chance of getting that. They've taken the lead. Another good serve.
And the Japanese level has dropped.
100%, and it's mainly because the variation and variety from the Indonesians, they're frustrating them. Got to say, in the first 2-3 shots of the rally, the Indonesians are definitely superior at the moment.
So now big favourites
19-16.
for this second game, the Indonesians. Not too many would have forecast that about 10 minutes ago.
100%. If you'd have said to me, do I think the Indonesians could snatch the second game, I said it's possible, but it will take a lot, and how they've turned this around is incredible. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, she missed it, but I think she can get it.
17.
She was an inch away from cutting it out and probably winning the point.
That was a little nervy, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the only kind of mistakes in a good position they've made for a reasonable amount of time, but they're moving the shot around so much better than the Indonesians. Almost every time the Japanese do have the attack, they're slightly off balance, slightly out of position, which we didn't see in the first game. Massive, massive point here now.
Amalia, play.
That's going to go wide, and we're going to have a couple of game points here for Kusuma and Pratiwi to take us to a decider. Always drifting long. So one saved, one to go.
19-20.
Yes, that's a fantastic comeback. Having been outclassed in the first game, they were 5-love down, 14-10 down, and they've come back to take it 21-19 and set us up with a decider here. Brilliant from Kusuma and Pratiwi. And Fukushima and Matsumoto with much to ponder here. Well, here's the woman with arguably the toughest job in Birmingham this week. She has to play the Olympic champion, the world #1, the world champion, and Se-young. It's the third match on our #1 court here.
Final game. Level. Play.
So here we go then with the decider. I wonder whether Fukushima and Matsumoto can get back to the kind of level they were at in the first game. There might have possibly been a slight element of complacency that crept in, I don't know.
Service over.
But they know they're in a contest now. That's wonderfully placed. Just pushed it into the vacant area at the back of the court. Almost like they've been stung into action by losing that second game.
Love.
Well, it's back to the exhibition stuff there, Chris, isn't it? All of a sudden.
Yeah, and this is the big question now. Can the Indonesians once again change things to make life difficult for the Japanese? Brilliant. But they've got to still believe, because you know this is almost identical to the second game.
Yep.
And they found a way back in, because the Japanese, they couldn't maintain their incredible level for the whole duration. Also, the ends will play a part. It's not the endiest haul, as in there's not a massive difference between the ends, but they've got to believe that when they swap ends, they still, maybe it's the favoured end to both pairs, the one the Japanese are down now. would say if I was the Indonesians, I would be aiming a bit more of my attack on Matsumoto, just because I think her consistency isn't quite as phenomenal as Fukushima, who I think has such a solid defence.
Well, they break their duck in this decider, but a lot of work to do from here.
Yuki.
Great defence. Just about managed to find the gap.
2-6. Play on.
Phenomenal. And I do just worry a little bit for the Indonesians just when they have to lift, and the quality of the lift isn't very good. So Matsumoto, she's so dangerous from the rear of the court. Big power then. And then lovely finesse and skill there. And that shot's so effective because she does have the big power in the smash, so you have to also be aware of.
Service over. 3-7.
Well, you've got to hand it to the Indonesian pair. They've been behind in both previous games and this one, and they've shown the propensity to fight back. Certainly wouldn't say this is over, this match.
Incredible defence there.
5-7.
She was in so much trouble. Managed to dig it out.
Mayu.
Six love down, remember they were. Super shot. Completely bemused the Japanese pair.
All.
You know, this is one of the best examples of showing it's never over.
We said a while ago that Kusuma and Pratiwi had to keep believing. They certainly have done that.
Service over, 8-7.
No matter what now in this third, we're in for a real tussle. Felt like the first game, it was a totally different match now. Feels that long ago.
Pratiwi challenges called in.
So Hawkeye being used here, I think for only the second time this match.
Correction out. Service over.
That's a great challenge from here. Couldn't tell at all, but great challenge.
8-all. Play.
It truly is amazing how many mistakes we're now seeing from Matsumoto in the first game. I don't think we saw any. But full credit to the Indonesians, because they're the ones that are frustrating their opponents. They're not giving them anything. So solid now. They've taken the lead. It's incredible.
Sure. Thank you. Play. Service over. 9-all.
Well, the errors keep on coming, and this is just further encouragement for Kusuma and Pratiwi. Getting a few gifts from the number 6 seeds. Brilliant, brilliant piece of retrieving there. Fantastic from Kusuma.
Service over, 10-all.
Might have taken half the skin off her arm, but talk about giving everything for the cause.
Brilliant control as well. When you're upside down on the floor, it's very difficult to control the shuttle.
Thank you. Players back on court. Amalia. Service over, so 11-10, interval.
So the narrowest of leads for Fukushima and Matsumoto, but every indication this women's singles round of 16 is going down to the wire. Just approaching an hour on court, and we're not really any nearer to knowing who's going to make the quarterfinals.
Coaches, return to your chair. Play. Service over, 11-all.
Amazing.
Service over.
We do see, you know, moments of pure brilliance from Matsumoto. Great cut, and then got a stop off. Neck cord. She's definitely been the player whose level has fluctuated more. We've seen moments of absolute brilliance like that, but then we have seen a few more cheaper points given away. Good turn.
Well, it feels like every point precious now.
11.
Match situation as it is.
Definitely when it's this close, you just want that little bit of breathing space to kind of steady the nerves and calm you down a little bit. Next 2 points are crucial. The Japanese going to extend the lead further, or can the Indonesians pull this back like we've seen so many times previously in this match?
came back on
Service over.
the Japanese
12,
side of the net, so it's a bit of good fortune. But I reckon that's 2-all now, since the we started keeping the tally. I don't think this match is going to be decided by lucky breaks. So who can hold their nerve? Now we're coming towards the climax.
Service over. 15-12.
There it is again. Good time
16,
to have found a little bit of a resurgence here. Fukushima and Matsumoto.
It's that brilliant drop shot that set it up, opened the court up, got the response she wanted, because the lift went straight back to her. She didn't have to move. She wasn't off balance. She was in a great position. Incredible return. Really well placed,
Service
punched
over.
into the corner.
13, 16.
Just great shot accuracy there.
Well, that was an excellent return too.
Service over.
Yeah, she read it.
17,
Matsumoto read it so
30.
well. If you don't get it high enough, you don't get it over her. Very tall. One step back and managed to bring it down.
Service over. 14, 17. Yuki.
What an opportunity. How did she miss that?
Yeah, good prove,
15,
huge.
17.
There's no way she'd miss that.
If they go on to lose this match, this miss is going to haunt her.
You can see she's off balance, but still, she's going to make that 99 times out of 100. Big, big smiles. No wonder.
Players back on court.
That's a bonus point. This is the thing, 17-15 or 18-14. It's just that little bit of breathing space where it would have been for the Japanese.
$15, 17.
Indonesians, though, from the first game, they've done really well because they're rotating around each other so much better. They realised Japanese were just playing the big court. Net player not really needed at the net. They are looking off so much better now.
Just the power that took the shuttle over the net via the tape.
Yeah, and I would definitely say now the net cords have balanced themselves out. It's the big thing, when it touches the tape, no one knows where it's going, the pace it's going to come out, how much spin it's going to have.
Oh, she's put it long.
She missed it, did she?
Well, it's getting to everyone, the tension.
19-16.
I swear in that situation, you just got to keep the pressure on. It doesn't have to be an actual kill because they're in so much trouble. This one. You can see Matsumoto, she's not even really ready. It's one gift each. Good cover.
Twice in that rally, Fukushima rather got the Japanese pair out of jail, and it's earned them 4 match points.
20, match point, 16.
Well, to say it was something of a struggle is an understatement, but they have got over the line. It's taken them the best part of 70 minutes to do it. And after they won the first game so easily, I thought this was going to be over in about 40 minutes. It wasn't. Excellent fight back from Kusuma and Pratiwi. Couldn't quite go on with it, though, in the decider. And I think Fukushima and Matsumoto, Chris, will kind of reflect that there's still quite a bit of work to do.
Yeah, it really was an interesting game because the first game, I mean, I don't think they could have played much better, and they were, you know, I couldn't have said enough nice things because they played so well. And then the second game, it started off in a similar manner, and the Indonesians did so well to pull it back, and we just saw a few more mistakes creep in, some uncertainties. Similar in the third game, but they've done phenomenal to pull themselves through.
So they are through now to the quarterfinals, Fukushima and Matsumoto. Winners by 21-12, 19-21, 21-16. An hour and 10 minutes on court. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, the chance to assess Chen Yufei, recently back at this level, the former Olympic champion. She'll be up against Putri Wardani in a couple of minutes. Well, a warm welcome back to Birmingham and our continuing coverage of the 2025 All England Open. Lengthy opener in that women's doubles. Now we're going to turn the emphasis back to singles with the women's singles last 16 match between Pratiwi of Indonesia and Chen Yifei of China.